2013-14, a special season in the history of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and a pivotal one after back-to-back relegations resulting in League One football for the club for the first time in 3 decades. The first part of the rebuilding process was a new head coach, and that void was filled by ex-Millwall manager Kenny Jackett, who replaced Dean Saunders as manager after he failed to keep the club in the Championship the previous season. Jackett then set out on building a promotion-winning squad, although these players didn't include Sylvain Max-Blake, who went to Ipswich, and Carl Henry, who went to QPR. Although there were more outs than ins, there still was one pre-season arrival with the arrival of Sam Ricketts from Bolton. He was immediately instated as club captain. The fixture list wasn't exactly kind to Wolves, as they were given a tricky away trip for the opening day of the season at Preston. There were good chances for Wolves, but in the end, they had to settle for a 0-0 draw. Wolves were on the road again, this time in the League Cup, and it was a brilliant free kick that gave them an early cup exit.
Can he get there to pull it back? Oh, worry there for Roach. Ismail. That's more than promising. Griffiths arrives, and again Wolves hit the woodwork. He's certainly looking bright and bubbly at the start of this second half. Keen to show his talents. It's tremendous work again. Oh! And again, Wolves are denied by the frame of the goal. Doherty got back. It's going to be Williams. Oh, it's a piece of perfection from Ryan Williams.
The first home game of the season would prove to be not only memorable for the 4-0 win, but also for the remembrance of a true Wolves legend.
Griffiths, he's got time to bring it down and find the bottom corner. Off the mark for the season, Lee Griffiths. Griffiths. Oh, and it could be 2, and is. Fortunate the way it fell for Evans. Here's Sacco, he makes no mistake. And they're running riot here. And behind. Oh, that was a really poor challenge and a penalty, no doubt about it. So Lee Griffiths. It's his second of the afternoon.
Next for Wolves was a trip down to the southwest to face fellow relegated side Bristol City, who had finished bottom of the Championship the previous season.
He's just touched the stars with that free kick. Bakary Sacco. What's in his mind this time? Sacco. It's Doherty. Goal! Doherty celebrates. Well, this is Cassidy. And Cassidy to surely wrap it up. No!
Wolves had an unbelievable start to the season, winning 4 out of their opening 5 fixtures, and it would only get better from here. The first of 3 Midlands derbies came with Walsall at the start of September, and this one too was remembered for the loss of a true Wolves great.
Certainly is. Michael Linton. Oh, what a delivery that is. And the referee's seen an infringement in there. Sacco denied, but on the rebound.
After a 2-2 draw, it was eventually settled by Scott Goulbourne in a penalty shootout. After an impressive win in midweek, Wolves were back to League One action with a 5-goal thriller with Swindon.
Goulbourne! There's Kevin Doyle. Lee Griffiths. Doyle waiting in the box. Doyle fouled by Griffiths. And wants it back. And Gesson trying to hold off Danny Bart and does in style. Swindon give Wolves a tap on the shoulder and say we're still here. Sigurdarsson. That's Kevin Foley. That's Mason.
2 weeks after the defeat in the Johnson's Paid Trophy, the Saddlers got their revenge on our own patch.
Free kick is a dangerous one, and Walsall lead them on in it.
September was another good month for Wolves, and despite a couple of good wins, they were kept out of the top two on goal difference. Jackett again looked to further bolster his squad with the addition of James Henry from his former club Millwall, and he went into the starting lineup for the away trip to Colchester.
Doherty, it's a good, powerful run forward, and then was he taken out? The referee says yes. Lee Griffiths picks his spot, finds his spot. Pull back for Lee Griffiths, who sweeps home. He's really finding their feet at this level now. And there's Kevin Doyle, who sorts his feet out. This is Garbett. Garbett wants it back. Garbett gets his back. And Hakimi. His palms are warm, he's not too sure where the ball is, and Colchester looking for a penalty. And Colchester get a penalty. It Sears, and Hakimi does what he's been doing all season.
Wolves briefly turned away from league action to focus on the Johnston's Paint Trophy. Although they did lose against Notts County, it was overshadowed by the death of another Wolves legend.
There's Lee Griffiths now. The referee has pulled it back as Price was setting himself. It's Lee Griffiths! That's how close he was. We will go to the lottery of penalty kicks. James Henry making his home debut for Wolves tonight. They need this. Henry kept out by Fabian Spice. It's Notts County's night.
After being knocked out of the Johnston's Paint Trophy and a draw against Coventry at home, Wolves were looking to bounce back with the win against Oldham.
Bakary Saka. Great ball in. Oh, the goalkeeper's fumbled it! And fumbled it into the path of Henry. This is when they're so dangerous on the break. And a mistake allows Griffiths in here. And Griffiths does what he does best.
Despite a Millers derby defeat to Walsall, Wolves continued to show impressive form and therefore climbed back into the automatic promotion places. Wolves started November well with a win at home against perennial strugglers Stevenage.
Sacco's delivery, Kevin Doyle! It's a simple finish in the end from Kevin Doyle. Flag stays down. It's 2-0.
There was most certainly fireworks on Bonfire Night in Cumbria as Carlisle and Wolves shared the spoils.
Carlisle United defence has been caught square here. Bakary Sacco! He packs a punch! Shown the inside route by Ricketts. Now it's Prince Bouabin. Bouabin! Sheer class! Oh, dangerous ball, and it's in! Lee Griffiths with the header. And here they come again. That's Prince Bouabin. Was he pulled back? Liam Noble on the spot. And Liam Noble picks his spot.
It was a brief journey in the FA Cup after getting knocked out after a replay by fellow League One side Oldham Athletic. It was clear to see that Wolves were the informed team to beat, but in fact, defeat came at the hands of Peterborough in late November.
It's Boswick who blasts a way through.
The end of November left Wolves still second in the table, but that defeat away at Peterborough signalled a lot of work still to be done. It wouldn't get much better at the start of December for Wolves, as the visit of MK Dons proved to be back-to-back for defeats for the first time in the season.
Finds Carruthers. Threads it through for Bamford. Too often. Oh, how about that for Reeves?
So far in the season, there hadn't really been any high-scoring classics, but a trip to Rotherham would prove to be a good day for a future Wolves star.
Including Danny Bart, the local boy who's looking to lead his club. Pringle's corner. It's Pringle again. Pringle. Agard. Pringle. Lovely ball. Dicko is there again. Wolves in need of something, they really are. And the referee has given them a penalty. Michael Oliver. Power or grace from Bakary Sakho. Power. Away by Ricketts. Now it's Griffiths. Well, they've worked this nicely, and it's Henry on the surge. Griffiths to his right. It's Henry!
Wolves had slightly faltered in December, but due to their good early season form, going into 2014, they were only 1 point off the top of the table. The new year would pick up where the old one left off, with a draw, although both sides ended the game with 10 men.
And 3 for Lowe. Is he dragged to the floor there by Stearman, and it's red. 10. Just to try and pick out Ryan Lowe on the stretch, and he has scored. Oh, I say, that is reckless from Wallace, and a straight red. Jacobs, and still towards Sakho, and that's a goal for Edwards.
Wolves needed to get back to winning ways, and there was no better opportunity than the first home game of the new year.
And Edwards get there. Yes, he can. Hounding down Preston North End. Griffiths is nicely worked. This is Henry, and Henry can save from Rhodes, and it's another one. Lee Evans.
Dicko was briefly a Wolves player for the 2012-13 season, and after scoring 2 goals against Wolves for Rotherham, he quickly joined up with the Wolves camp. It seems as though Wolves had once again found their golden touch, although due to their impressive form of the top 2, they had to settle for 3rd place at the end of January. February began with a league double over mid-table Bradford.
Referee initially turned his back to it, but out comes a second yellow and a red for Doyle, who is sent off here. Bakary Sakho. Now it's Kevin McDonald. Side foots it home. Jacobs. Now Bakary Sakho. Dicko's in the middle, and it goes in.
Wolves recorded a 6th successive win with a win over fellow promotion chasers Brentford.
Kevin McDonald. Ball is flicked in. It's James Henry right in front of the Wolves fans. There's Bakary Sakho. And now it's Jacobs. Great goal from Wolves. Terrific counter-attack. Golden. It's done well. Great link-up play with Sakho. Golden. This is Jacobs. Terrific goal.
After an impressive February capped off by a brilliant 3-0 win at Brentford, Wolves were back in the top 2, and they had 2 games in hand on leaders ALEYTON ORIENT. March began with Wolves easing past Port Vale in the Molineux sunshine.
From one side of the pitch to the other, this is Sakho. It's still Sakho. Deflection, and in! It's his delivery. For Dicko, yes! All on his own at the moment. And Dicko might want to do it on his own. Oh, it's brilliant! 2 in 2 minutes.
Wolves recorded back-to-back 3-0 wins with a win over Midlands rivals Walsall.
Yes. Trying to open up Walsall now down the right-hand side. Henry's ball in, and Dicko converts. Now it's Henry. Henry! And bundled in by Dicko. Henry. It's Bakary Sakho! Now that is how to finish a game off.
The wins just kept on coming as the relentless Wolves recorded the 9th win in a row away at Swindon.
This is Sacco. That's good play. Just need to get it away. Swindon struggling to do that as well. Burns' clearance wasn't great. Fighting, oh, Sacco, so easy. Massive wins, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And here goes Dicko. And Dicko, 2. He's left and right, and Sacco right through the middle. Chance for his second. Oh, it's brilliant. They are carving Swindon Town apart. Maybe a fourth. They've got the fourth.
All good runs must come to an end eventually, and this happened for Wolves away at Crawley. Despite taking the lead, Crawley fought back and stole all 3 points.
Again. Has a go and scores. Played through. And who wants it? That's Simpson. Oh, and a stumble by Tubbs, but it's been put in. Played over the top. Oh, what a finish! What a finish!
March came to an end with a memorable win at MK Dons, thanks to a late winner from Liam McAlinden.
Wolves are pushing and pushing here. It's McAlinden! They've finally done it!
At the end of March, Wolves reached the top of the table for the first time in the season, and the feeling was starting to be spread that promotion was imminent. Wolves produced a rare stalemate away at Stevenage, although Brentford couldn't capitalise as they could only draw with Sheffield United.
Down at the bottom. Stubborn resistance so far. Wolves will not give up though. Safe from dead.
On the 12th of April, Wolves returned to the Championship with a 2-0 win at Crewe.
This is McDonald's. McDonald deflected it in! Just what Wolverhampton Wanderers were looking for. Right at half time. Wolves are on their way up. On their way. And there's an incident here right on half time. Chuksanike is off. Fine ball. It's into the corner. Edwards is the man of the moment. And Wolves are bouncing back at the first attempt following their relegation last season.
All season long, there was not much room for high-scoring games, but that was not the case when Rotherham came to Molineux.
O'Connor's corner, and Rotherham take the lead. There's Bakary Sacco, and it's bundled in by Dicko. Well, it's come all the way through here to Dicko. He wasn't going to miss that. What's in his mind here? It's Edwards. It's a third for Wolves. Swung in dangerously. Agard trying to make a nuisance of himself. Agard has sneaked it in. This is Edwards. Edwards in dangerously to Dicko. Where's this game heading next then? It's Scores. Tavernier deflected. And this game takes another amazing twist. Wolves surging forward again. That's brilliant from Ricketts. 5-4. Now it's Dicko. Dicko all the way. Kevin McDonald. Mayhem at Molineux. Absolute mayhem.
Wolves were edging closer and closer to the League One title, and it was eventually clinched at ALEYTON ORIENT.
Oh, Bart getting up and Stearman's in there, and Wolves have the lead. The team on the title trail strike first here at Brisbane Road. It's Beaudry, didn't deal with it. Sacco might! 2-0. They're edging closer to the League One title, thanks to Bakary Sacco. But providing it high and hanging. Hakimi in trouble. It's Mooney. It's Dagnall. It's Cox. It's in! Edwards. Henry. Might take this on, you know. Oh, he does! Beautiful! Sealed in style. A magnificent strike from James Henry. And that ties a little ribbon on the cake.
Yeah, it certainly does.
So, after securing the League One title and a century of points, it was time for a party on the final game of the season at Molineux.
He's looking to finish the season with a flourish. And it's Ricketts! Well, he's becoming prolific. There's Goldman. Goldman picking out the cross. Collar struggling to clear. And the header from Jacobs makes it 2. Moving up the gears. Dicko is there in the middle. It didn't reach him. It does now. And that's the result. A thunderbolt.
So, in the end, a magnificent season, 9 points ahead of the chasing pack, and set up nicely for the seasons to come.